Hi everybody! I hope you're all having a good day. I hope you're all smiling and enjoying a lovely day. In this following tutorial, I'm going to be going over on how to set up redeems for your Warudo setup. Now, to quickly start off, we're going to go over how you can easily generate, like auto-generate your redeems, and then I'm going to show you the breakdown of how to make your own redeems for more advanced users. So, let's go ahead and get started. Also, for some reason, my eyes can't move. Anyways, so basically what you're going to do is you're going to go over to Onboarding Assistant. Now, if you have started Warudo for the very first time, you would basically be able to see this. I have another tutorial that goes over the entire thing, but we're mainly going to be focusing on interaction setup. If you don't happen to have the Onboarding Assistant, or maybe you have deleted it, in order to re-add it back, you're going to go ahead and click on the plus button here. Then you're going to scroll all the way down here until you see the Onboarding Assistant, and you can be able to add that. But once you at least have your onboarding assistant, you're going to then click on interaction setup, as so. Now, this really depends on what streaming platform you're on, but let's say we want to start with Twitch. So we're going to click on Twitch, and then you're going to click on OK. You gotta make sure that you are logged in. For me, I'm already logged in, but if you're not logged in at all, just click on the button to log in, your browser will pop up, make sure to authorize it, and then you can go ahead and continue. Once you have that, we're gonna go over a couple of redeems that you can basically have. To start off, we have throwing items. So you can have items thrown at you. So basically, you can scroll down, you can read what this is telling you and such. So basically, to go through all this, because this may be a little confusing for new users, on Twitch message is referring to a command. This is mainly best if you want to have a command, let's say for testing purposes or something like that. So if you want to have a command for throw, you can. Otherwise though, you don't have to. I usually put no, but there is that. Now on Twitch channel follow, this is basically where if somebody follows you, you will have these little plushies be tossed at you. If you want something like that, then definitely click on yes. Otherwise, if you don't want that, then click on no. Then on channel subscribe, if you want plushies to be tossed at you when you subscribe, then you can make sure to click on yes. Otherwise, no as well. And then if you want to have a channel point redeem where people can throw stuff at you, you could definitely click on yes for this, and then you can even name your title. But do keep in mind though, to definitely check your channel point redeem settings in your Twitch account. If there are tutorials that go over the Twitch stuff, basically it has up Twitch channel points, but basically just make sure that you have a channel point redeem that is called throw stuff, and basically once you have that, you can also have it where you can have plushies tossed at you when a certain amount of bits are received. So at least 100 bits. If 1,000 bits are given, then plushies will be tossed at you. If by any chance you put this to a very high number for some reason, then yeah, you may not be able to get the plushies to toss at all. But definitely I would recommend please keep the number reasonable when it comes to any sort of bit or any number values basically. But overall though, you can of course, if you really want to have all of them enabled, especially if you want to utilize it for referencing and studying, then definitely you can do it for all of them. They will not be broken or anything like that. It will work just fine. But basically, do what you prefer. We're gonna click on OK. And now the next thing are little cute stickers. So basically these stickers, like what you see here, it shows you how they look like. And pretty much you can they already are like default stickers that come with Warudo already, so you should be fine unless you want to put your own, which is just a simple PNG or JPEG image. But basically the same thing applies. If you want it on message, you can have it as a command basically. If you want it where a sticker will hit you when someone follows you, then there's that. If someone subscribes to your Twitch channel, their stickers will be tossed at you. Same with a channel point redeem. If you want a channel point redeem for stickers, there's that. And then of course for bits, if you want to put, depending on the value you want, at least. But either way though, once you basically set it up for the stickers, then we're gonna click on OK. And then this is launching the liquid, otherwise known as tossing the water at the tiger. But basically, though, when it comes to this, again, same thing. You want it to be having a command. If not, you click no. If you want it to follow, like every time someone follows you, WAR will get hit at you. If someone subscribes, WAR will be hit at you. Or if you want a channel point redeem, so that way WAR can get hit at you, then there is that too. And then, of course, if anyone gives you bits, at minimum, whatever the number it is. But basically, that's pretty much at least it. And then once you click on OK, it's going to actually generate the, it's going to start generating the blueprints that will actually do all the redeems for you, basically. All the cool stuff, basically. So as you can see, this is of course a very simple setup. This is nothing like very insanely advanced. You can do a lot more advanced stuff with Warudo, but that really depends on your preferences basically. But without further ado, I will also elaborate on YouTube, because yes, you can also click on this again and you can even make an extra blueprint for YouTube, especially if you multi-stream like I do. So if you want to stream on both Twitch or YouTube, you can, or especially if you stream on Bilibili, then you can do that too. But I'm going to show you the YouTube one. It's pretty much just the same thing, but of course, for this case, in order to configure YouTube, you have to make sure to provide your channel stream URL. Otherwise, if you give the wrong URL, then it's probably not going to work well for you. But definitely make sure that you put the right URL, and then you're going to click on OK. And then you're going to have this little window pop up with basically telling you about YouTube. You can actually just hide this somewhere in the corner, basically. You can always disable that, the window, not in a way like you can press on X and it will go away, because sadly you can't do that. It's going to be your best friend forever. But either way though, basically, the same thing applies if you, although this is going to be a little differently though, because it is YouTube. So basically, when it comes to on YouTube chat received, this is referring to commands. So commands are basically, so for Twitch, you probably would want the interactions to be via the channel points. But for YouTube, however, you would probably want it as a chat received, because in order for your chat to actually sort of have redeems for YouTube, you need to have it as a command instead, like this. So exclamation mark toss would probably be what you want. Then of course, in order to like toss plushies, if you want where a super chat is received and plushies are tossed at you, you can click on yes. Same thing with a super sticker. If you want it where someone sends you a sticker, stuff gets hit on your face, there's that. Then, of course, YouTube membership. If you get a YouTube membership, plushies will get tossed at you. Same thing with gift membership. So if someone gives you a membership, you can have plushies tossed at you or no. And then milestone message received. Basically, there's that. But otherwise, though, you can, if you want to say yes to all of them, you can. But otherwise, just choose how you, what you want them for, and take your time experimenting. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, pretty much the same thing. You can have it for the YouTube chat. My command looks like this, and then so on and so on. I have mine set to super sticker, but there's super chat, super sticker, membership, and milestone. And then pretty much you have the YouTube chat received again, and same basically. If you want for water and such, you know, there's that stuff basically. So either way, once you click on OK, it will generate the blueprints, just like the Twitch one, but it's going to be for YouTube. So basically though, we're going to click on OK. Now, if you really want to disable this window in case this gets a little obtrusive, I think there may be a point in time where there will be an update where this thing will be hidden. I think, do not quote me on that, but basically though, in order to hide this little window and you can have it, whenever you are live on YouTube, you can be able to re-enable it. What you're going to do is you're going to go down to the bottom left corner of your Warudo editor, you're going to click on the menu, then you're going to click on settings. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to the YouTube tab right here. See that? You're going to then click on no on the receive stream events. That will be the way you'll be able to toggle whether you want to detect YouTube or not. Now, if by any chance for the time being, if you're an advanced user, and you are someone that really is annoyed when it comes to that freaking YouTube window, like me, I get really annoyed at extra windows. You could actually use StreamerBot as an alternative, but then again though, that's a bit more for advanced users. I'm not gonna go over StreamerBot on this tutorial, sorry about that. We gotta keep it simple. But either way, that's basically the easiest way to make redeems. Very simple. But what if I want to make my own? What if I want my own from scratch redeems? Well, let's go ahead and look at the blueprints here that are generated for us. So basically here, I definitely recommend studying it, and we're going to study it together, so that way we can remember, and then we're going to make our own. So basically, as you can see, probably from far distance, you're like, whoa, look at those nodes, what they doing? We're going to break it down for you. So let's start off with something very simple. Let's say the Twitch follow, right? So basically, to break this down, right here, you have a node for your Twitch or your YouTube. So basically you can go to the search bar on the top right. Right now we're breaking it down before we make our own, just letting you know. So basically right here, you can type in Twitch and you can basically have access to the, basically the Twitch nodes here. So if you want it where you have bits received, there's that. Or the channel follow, like if somebody follows your channel, there's that. And then channel message referring to the command, basically. Then you have channel points. So if you want to make channel points, you would use this node right here. And then you have channel raid as well. So if somebody raids your channel, you can use this node here. Channel subscribe, if someone subscribed to your channel, you would use this node right here. It looks like that. And then there's even hype train begin, end, and progress. Personally, I don't really use the progress one, but again, to each their own, depending on what you want to achieve. Definitely, you can utilize these nodes for like special hype train stuff, basically. Then you have user whisper. So if somebody were to whisper, like they send you a private message on Twitch, then you can have a little interaction with that where someone's like whispering in your ear or something. I don't know, some funny thing like that. And then of course, there's this node right here. I don't really use this one, but if you're a math nerd, you could definitely utilize this. Yeehaw. But either way though, those are pretty much the Twitch ones. I just wanted to quickly show you those nodes. And then you have the YouTube ones here. Same thing, but different. It is for YouTube. So you have chat received, gift membership, membership. Then you have milestone right here. That's milestone. Super chat, super sticker. Then you have, of course, that node that I never used. But there's that, if you are a math nerd. And then you also have another node I don't use, probably because I haven't got to that level yet. But there's those nodes basically. So definitely these are the nodes you, as a beginner, you probably would be using these. Basically just look for like, I want it to happen with someone who follows, like, oh, I want an explosion of confetti every time somebody follows me or something like that, you know? Cool stuff like that. But anyways, basically here, let's break this down. So basically, as I just explained, this is basically you'll either put Twitch or your YouTube. Then, now this one's specifically for stickers, so you can have it where you can spawn a sticker right here, and then you can of course get random. This is basically referring to like if you want some random stickers and such, which they have packs, little collections here for that. But basically that this is pretty much a spawn sticker. It'll look like that. Then obviously if you want to reuse it for other stuff, then of course you can use a node for spawning the sticker. But for other stuff like throw, now again, this might look a little overwhelming for you. Again, you don't have to use these random nodes. They're nice if you want variation, but you don't have to if it's too overwhelming. In a nutshell, literally just Twitch follow or Twitch channel point redeem or something like that. And then you have throw prop, basically. These are just for if you want randomized stuff, but otherwise if you don't want randomized, you could definitely like pick and choose, like, hey, I don't want this, I actually only want, if I go to preview gallery, I want, let's say, this giraffe to hit me in the face or something like that. So giraffe. So just an example, basically. That's just a quick breakdown of the random nodes, at least. They all same apply, basically. Just you can either add a collection from pre-existing stuff, or you can actually just click on the plus here, add a specific prop, and all that, so you have more control. But that's for throw prop, and then of course you also have the water. The water should be down here. And it looks something like this. Launch liquid at character. Now, again, as you saw with the other nodes real quickly, though. So for the subscribe, right? Again, I'm breaking this down with the examples here. So with the subscribe or follow, or usually like those kind of nodes that doesn't require like a chat input or a name input or something like that, usually you can easily just connect it. Like, okay, on the Twitch channel sub, just connect from exit to enter, put whatever the heck depending on what you want, and you should be good. But there are going to be cases where you may have to do a little extra work. So let's say, for instance, a channel point redeem, right? And again, we're going to make our own nodes after this. I'm just doing an explanation before we make our own. Is that right here, this is the example for when you have to put in like a name or a command or something like that, like a very specific name condition. So basically on channel point redeem, this is saying that the reward title for this is throw stuff. So it goes from this to A, and B is referring to what is the name, basically. This is the name. You can have it ignore case or anything like that. Usually I leave it as default, honestly. And then from here to condition, this is the if branch, like if, you know, kind of like an if statement, I believe. So basically, when the channel point is redeemed, that is named throw stuff, if this is true, then props will be thrown at said character. I hope that made sense. The same also applies for commands as well. So here's an example for a command. Is that, again, on Twitch message, we're going to have it where, in the case of a command, we want it to be done via the message. There's other stuff here. This is more for if you want like more like extra control regarding like, okay, who's gonna be able to have access to like said command or something like that. But again, that's more advanced. But basically though, if when someone messages on the Twitch channel, right, and they were to type this command out, if this, you know, this exact spelling, or unless you ignore case, or anything like that, but basically if this word, you know, exclamation mark throw is, you know, true with the if branch, it will throw a character as well. So that should hopefully at least break down, basically. So yeah, so pretty much that's like quick breakdowns of this, and again, the same knowledge applies with YouTube, but we're going to go ahead and actually make our own. So you're going to follow along with me, so that way you can actually kind of like, you know, kind of have it in your brain that, okay, this is how I can make my own from scratch stuff. And we're gonna do it, you know, again, I'm gonna do it with you, and then in your own time you can try doing it by memory. All right, so let's start off with a Twitch follow, right? So Twitch follow. So on Twitch channel follow, right? Let's have that. We want it, let's say we want a prop to be thrown at us, right? So let's say throw prop. We're gonna go ahead and click on this. And as you can see, there is throw prop at character. Connect these two together as so. And then you can go ahead and select the stuff that you want. I want it to be set to my character. I want, let's say, I want this cute cat to be tossed at my face. then you can choose the particle that you want. Let's say I want this beautiful blue beam. You can even choose a sound. Usually I use punch noises, but you can choose whichever. And then impact, whatever you want basically. And then pretty much, you can, of course, mess with the settings basically and such. Just explore with it basically. So, pretty much with, so pretty much you can set it to like where it's going to spawn, if it's from a specific camera, it's going to, let's say, a specific bone of your character. You can set the scale, how heavy it's going to be, and then the speed. Is it going to have some gravity, or is it just, no gravity, and so on basically. So yeah, so basically there's that. And then to make sure to test if this works, you usually just press the enter. And yeah, there you go. You just made your first ever little like Twitch node basically. And it's for the Twitch follow. Now, what about a channel point redeem? How about that? So what we're going to do is we're going to do Twitch. We're going to find the on-channel Twitch channel point redeem right here. Let's say we want water to be yeeted at us, right? So with that, you're going to then type in string contains. This is referring to the name, right? So we're gonna have this. And then what you're going to do is that on reward title, click and drag to the A right here, right? Then what you're going to do is you're going to type in what is your channel point name is. Let's say it's going to be potato. I don't know, something. So there's that. Then you're going to type in over here, again, if branch. We're just saying if. Then what you're going to do is you're going to connect the output boolean to conditions. Then you're going to also put the on Twitch channel point redeem from exit to enter, because we want it that we're basically telling again that when the channel point redeem has this name potato or whatever name it is, that if this condition is true, it's going to toss it's called liquid, because it's a very flexible little thing. It could be for like, I don't know, slime redeem or water or anything that you can mess with it, or orange juice or something. But yeah, but either way, you're going to go from if true, click and drag to enter. Then what you're going to do is you're going to set your settings accordingly. Let's say to character, you can have it where it can auto stop for 3 seconds. And then just mess with the settings accordingly. Definitely, you'll probably have to click on this multiple times to see if it's to your liking. Otherwise, if you like the default water, you don't really have to change much. But otherwise, if you want it to be done like, make it look like slime or something like that, you'll definitely have to like mess it according to what you are looking for. It will take some trial and error, but a little bonus fact, what you can probably do is you can actually use like invoke flow. Just a real quick fun fact, you can actually utilize this as a way where, like, let's say you're going through a specific setting and you want to like adjust and test instead of having to move up and down a lot like that. You can use invoke flow and you can kind of like bring it with you as you're editing, which is definitely really nice for some convenience stuff. There are other stuff I could also talk about in terms of like convenience in terms of node editing, but that will be for another tutorial, I guess. As you advance more in the Warudo world. But basically, look at that, you just made your own channel point redeem. I'm so proud of you. But let's go ahead, now that we got some Twitch stuff, you kind of get a bit of the formula, right? You just type in what do you want. Let's say you just start with Twitch. Okay, I want it to be done with a channel point or command, follow, bits received, or subscribe, or if during the depending on when on the hype train you want it to be triggered and such, very simple. But that's pretty much like the quick formula, and again, you could definitely utilize the again, the onboarding assistance interaction step as reference to how you should do it. In fact, you can even just copy and paste it. Allow me to show you how you do that real quickly before we get onto the quick YouTube stuff. But what you're gonna do right here, as you're zooming in and such, you're going to hold the control key of your keyboard, then click and drag. Then you're gonna do Control C on your keyboard, then move around somewhere on your blueprint, and then Control V. And in case you also are very confused, in case I didn't really elaborate this, like how you do the blueprint controls, you left click to move around, basically, and then you just use your scroll wheel. That's it. It's not right click, it's just left click and then just scroll wheel. That's about it. And then you use control to like multi-select and such. So yeah. So it's mainly, I usually just have my hand on the control key a lot, pretty much. But that's how you can copy and paste, basically. Simple. But now what we're going to do, right? We're gonna go ahead and make a YouTube one in case, like, you know, you want to see like the YouTube version. Again, like I said, you could utilize the onboarding assistant one for reference, but I'll show you a breakdown of an example YouTube one. So we're gonna type in YouTube. Let's say we want to have it where on chat receive we want a command to be triggered, right? So let's say we want it where, I don't know, water can get yeeted at us and a sticker. So let's say that. So on YouTube chat received, string contains this. Then you're gonna say message to A. You're gonna type in exclamation mark, let's say water. Then you're gonna do if branch, like so. Then you're going to connect these two together. There you go. And then once you have that, you're going to then, let's say, you know, for the water, liquid again. So then you can click on this, click and drag, click on if true, launch the liquid, set your settings up however you want, and then to test it out, you can basically, of course, click on here to invoke the flow. Whee! So yeah. So pretty much just to make sure like the liquid's actually working though. You can of course, I think for YouTube, I believe it's much better if you have like, let's say an unlisted or private stream for testing, and you can definitely test if the command does work. But this should work though, and especially make sure that if you do want it to work for your stream, like maybe you have, let's say your YouTube node set up and you're wondering why are my nodes not working, definitely double check if YouTube receive stream events is active. Make sure, definitely check on that. But otherwise though, pretty much that's at least in a nutshell for at least the YouTube receive. We're also going to do it again, but for stickers real quickly. So I'm gonna do this. So YouTube chat received, then string contains, connect these two together, let's name it sticker, and then let's say we're going to have it where if branch and then sticker, we want that sticker spawn. Or actually what we could do after this, I'm going to show you a little fun thing, actually, a little bonus. Let's see, spawn sticker from local image. Then let's go ahead and connect these two together. Output boolean to condition, saying exit to if branch right here. Then if true here. Select your image source. Let's say this one. Trail source could be, let's say, the little beautiful particles here. And then target character will be mine. And then double check to see if it looks good. Yay. So that's basically like how you would do it for, again, if an example for sticker basically, but have it as a command. And again, like I said, the same knowledge applies and definitely reference the other nodes. I will also say as well, just a little fun bonus. I'm going to go ahead and so just quickly to show you, basically I can go ahead and just copy all this, right? Control C and then Control V. Basically, what I can do as a little fun bonus for you, is I'm going to set this as confetti, right? We're gonna do a little cool trick. Watch this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. So I just copied and pasted, as I just mentioned how to do it earlier. Then you're going to type in spawn particle. Ooh, we're getting a little fancy here. If true, what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on the source. Then I'm gonna scroll all the way down here. I'm gonna choose one of these little pretty particles. Look at that. Look at all these pretty particles. Ooh, I'm gonna choose the one with the giant confetti. Ooh. And then we're gonna go ahead. We can have it attached to character. It's going to basically just spawn, and then you can do a little cool effect. Oh my god! So that's a cool thing you can do. So basically, have it where there's a command, and then confetti just by spawning particle. Wow! That's a little extra, basically. So yay! Either way, though, pretty much that's it in a nutshell, at least like on how to make the redeems. Again, it's a matter of like, it's up to you on what do you want. This is more of, again, just a general guide. It's really up to you on you self-experimenting, maybe writing down the stuff you may or may not want, and just exploring. Because again, with Warudo, you definitely, like, it's like every little thing you want has to be made by you. So definitely keep that in mind when making redeems with Warudo. But that's pretty much it in like a nutshell on not only automatically making your own redeems, but even making your very own from scratch and just breaking down how you do that, basically. And yeah, if you have any other questions, I definitely recommend joining the Warudo Discord server. Me and other peeps are gonna be there if you need any help, especially Tiger. Tiger can definitely help you out if you're very confused about Warudo, or if you have even request regarding how to do some stuff with the Warudo program. So definitely look forward to that. But otherwise, though, that's pretty much at least it for the redeems. Let me know if you have any other questions. And oh yeah, before I go though, just letting you know what I showed you in this tutorial. And sorry if my shadows look really fricked up right now. I'm using like a different shader and the shadows are weird. But basically though, when it comes to like I said, this tutorial, you could definitely do a lot more. You could definitely do a lot more with the redeem stuff. You can even have custom animations, or maybe you can have your own particle effects, or maybe you can have it where, I don't know, let's say you want it where a hype train happens and then a train would come and pick you up or something like that, like some crazy stuff. But this will require much more heavier like Unity knowledge, because that's something I'm going to recommend you. You definitely have to look into like studying Unity if you want to get into more advanced stuff. But I hope you guys have a lovely day though, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye! Thank you to all my Snowflake members. In case you don't know, I have YouTube membership, so if you want to further support this channel and what I do, then feel free to join the Snowflake members. Otherwise though, just your support means so much to me, and I appreciate every ounce of it. Either way though, with that being said though, hey, goodbye bye everyone! I hope to see you guys next time, okay? Bye bye!